Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I have another Grail statue to review. This is the Sideshow and Studio ADI Aliens vs. Predator Requiem PredAlien Maquette, sculpted by the master FX artist Steve Wang. Steve Wang is a special effects artist and creature creator known for his work on films such as The Monster Squad, Guyver Dark Hero, and the Netflix film Thunder Force. He was also a key member of the Stan Winston studio team that co-designed and built the first Predator creature with Stan Winston himself, and he art directed the final paint scheme for the iconic monster. The concept for the Predator was provided to Stan Winston by the film's producers. Steve Wang's role in the PredAlien's creation for Aliens vs. Predator Requiem from 2007 was as a lead sculptor at Amalgamated Dynamics Incorporated, or Studio ADI. Working with fellow artists, he was responsible for sculpting the final creature design that was used for the full-body costume in the film. Some key details about Wang's work on the PredAlien was he finalized the body design based on earlier concepts from other artists, including some of his own. Wang sculpted the full-scale body maquette that established the final look of the PredAlien, contributed to the head. While the head was a collaboration among several artists at ADI, one of Wang's early maquettes proposed key features such as the predator-like teeth and multi-mandibles based on facehugger fingers. Influenced by feedback, so the creature's design was modified to include more predator-like features such as the dreadlocks, after executives at Fox saw an early maquette and suggested it needed to be more of the host creature's traits. So part of a larger team, as the lead sculptor, Wang worked with other artists including Mike O'Brien, Casey Love, and Tolly Summers to complete the suit. Wang's work on PredAlien followed decades of experience as a creature effects artist on films such as Predator 1987 and Aliens Resurrection 1997, where he also sculpted the newborn alien. So what is a PredAlien? A PredAlien is a xenomorph spawned from a Yautja. Amongst the most notable results of the xenomorph's DNA reflects the PredAlien takes more clearly after its Yautja host, sharing physical features such as dreadlocks, mandibles, and lighter skin coloration. They are lethal combatants, often seen to possess strength far in excess of human-spawned xenomorphs, owing to the greater physical prowess of their host, a trait the PredAlien subsequently inherits and enhances. They are apparently rare and are regarded by the prideful Yautja as abominations and an insult to their species. The very existence of a PredAlien is such an affront to the Yautja that if the knowledge of a live PredAlien's existence reaches the Yautja, the PredAlien is instantly marked for death, and this will immediately summon the most senior predators to find and eliminate it at any cost. The elimination of a PredAlien is not seen as a worthy trophy. Rather, a PredAlien is seen by the Yautja as an anathema and a grave insult to their pride as a species. To the Yautja, a PredAlien should never exist, and the Yautja as a species are obligated to ensure PredAliens never exist under any circumstances. While the PredAlien's physical form has varied quite widely throughout its many appearances, the most common physicality is that of a bulkier, heavier built xenomorph warrior, incorporating several traits taken from its Yautja host, most notably the dreadlock-like appendages on the head, which tends to be less elongated than in typical xenomorphs, and similar mandibles around the mouth. It is known that the Yaoja dreadlocks are sensory organs similar to whiskers and assist with balance and reflexes. PredAliens may use them similarly, being more versatile and agile than a PredAlien, a xenomorph of a similar size and at times similar hive function. The mandibles appear to function as extra weaponry. They are even a feature present during the chestburster stage. Both the dreadlocks and the mandibles have an insectoid look to them, distinguishing them in appearance from the host creature. The PredAlien special effects rely heavily on practical full-body creature suits worn by actor Tom Woodruff Jr. and others, featuring animatronic heads and puppet-manipulated tails to bring the hybrid monster to life. For Aliens vs. Predator Requiem, Amalgamated Dynamics Inc., or Studio ADI, the company that created the suits, meticulously designed the PredAlien with practical features like predator-like dreadlocks and mandibles, which also function as internal viewing holes and sensory organs. 6 different suits were created, including 2 hero suits with mechanized fingers for specific shots and 4 stunt suits. The suits featured self-contained radio-controlled animatronic heads with mechanized mandibles and internal viewing holes for the performer. The suits were very heavy, weighing over 100 pounds, and were very hot to wear. So with all this hard work and practical effects, the movie itself is terrible, and it's mainly the lighting and directing on screen. Most of the time it's pitch dark. You can barely see the wolf predator fighting the xenomorphs and the PredAlien. It's a shame how much effort and hard work goes to waste here, and because of the movie, this statue was highly underrated, unfortunately. So let's take a closer look at the statue. All right, so here she is, PredAlien from Alien vs. Predator Requiem. This beautiful sculpt by Steve Wang. And it's all done by hand. You know, back then in 2007, 2008, there was no 3D sculpting, 3D printing. It was all done the old-fashioned way with hand and elbow grease and hours of time, dedication, you know. It's magnificent. And Steve Wang not only did this maquette, he sculpted the maquette, he also sculpted the full-on bodysuit as well. So he is a master. Just look at that. It's magnificent. There's the dreadlocks. It's controversial. Some people don't like it. Some people do. You know, it's part of the anatomy of the predator and PredAlien because it's a sensory organ. Now, here's the back of the head. It's kind of like a crest. So the PredAlien is a female. In the movie, she impregnates women in a hospital, pregnant women. What she does, she attaches her mouth and the mandibles on the face of the female host, and then, you know, sends in like 4 or 5 embryos, impregnating them. And when they give birth, it's like a belly burster instead of a chest burster. There's like 4 or 5 chest bursters and 1 host coming out. It's pretty gruesome. So yeah, you know, the PredAlien is a female. So there's the dreadlocks. We have the crest. It's amazing detail and sculpting. Freaking nice. There's the mandibles. Then if we go down, you can see the dorsal tubes, the 4 dorsal tubes. And it has the pale skin, like a predator, like a Yautja. I think the name PredAlien should be changed to like Yautja-morph or Predomorph. One of the group members suggested that name. I like it. I think it should be changed to that. Predomorph. Here's the body, here's the chest. It's more organic, more smoother than like traditional biomechanicalness. It has more Yautja features. Look at that, beautiful. And I like the paint too, very, a lot of people complain about the paint. It's dull or flat. I don't see any problems with the paint. I love it. I think they did a great job. We're talking 2007, 2008. Long time ago. You gotta remember, this was sculpted by hand. And another thing to blow your mind is that this is all of it. One piece, except for the tail. The tail comes off, but the rest, the head, the arms, the legs, everything is one piece, one solid piece. That is just freaking awesome. You don't see that these days anymore. A statue, it's like at least, 5 or 6 parts. This is all one piece. This just shows the amount of mastery and dedication. Very nice. There's the tail. It's like a sharp knife. Stabs. It stabs the wolf predator at the end of the movie. Yeah, there it is. Here's the back. There's some interesting details here, kind of like spikes. Sorry, there we go. See the spikes here, goes down. There's the legs, the toes. Here's the front toe. It does have a rod, like a peg here. That's it. Just holds up with one peg. And the base, just a simple museum base, not crowded, nothing, very simple. You guys, I've mentioned it before, I prefer a simple museum base rather than the crowded, crazy ass bases that Prime 1 releases for their statues. Look at the claws. Incredible work. What would have been great at Sideshow would have included was that a certificate of authenticity with Steve Wang's signature. Man, I would have loved that if this piece had. Many collectors don't know that this was sculpted by Steve Wang unless you tell them, because it doesn't have anything to, any documentation that would say that. So it's just by word of mouth and researching the statue, you learn that it was sculpted by him. So a certificate of authenticity would have been incredible, but does not have it. Like Maquette, they have the certificate for each statue. And for their jungle hunter predator, it does have a certificate and has Steve Wang's signature on it. So that's awesome. Yeah, beautiful piece. Absolutely love it. Glad I got it in the collection. I kind of was leaning towards getting the Wolf Predator too, the one Sideshow release that pairs with this puppy, but I don't know, don't have space, running out of space. Yeah, so there it is. Here it is. If you compare them, they're same height. The only reason that the big chap looks taller is because I have two wood boards here and I only have one board here. So if I remove this extra board, this will come lower, and they're exact heights. So if anybody wants a size comparison, they're the same exact height. Yeah, so yeah guys, there it is. The Sideshow Studio ADI AVPR PredAlien, sculpted by Steve Wang. A grail. Yeah, thank you guys for watching. Thank you for your support. Take care.